Hello YouTube world, Mack Daddy 1911A1 here with the Shade Tree Survivalist. Going to do a quick video on this Vietnam era GI folding shovel. It also has a pick on the back of it. The reason I'm doing this video is because if you've seen the video Texsport folding shovel, POS in large bold letters, you will notice or you will have seen in the video that I was talking about rebuilding this thing. When I got it, Uncle Fester gave it to me, number one, and when I got it, the handle was rotted out and broken off right here at the end of it, and it was did not have a handle at all. And one of the big rivets, one of the big pins, the head was broken. Well, it wasn't broken off, it was worn off, and it basically had spread out a little bit and it wouldn't work anymore, so I found a bolt and I repaired this thing. I used my Leatherman Wave to cut the handle off an old hoe. It's sort of beat up, but it's still solid. And then I drilled it out, the hole for the pin to hold the handle in. I drilled it out big enough for the new bolt and self-locking nut to go on there. But it's a very handy little tool. It's that's the thing. I mean, as Americans, we always want to think we've got the best. And this is a great tool, no doubt about it. But it's not as good as the single piece shovel that the spade that the British Army uses. Okay, one that folds and all, it's handy. You know, you've got two tools in one or three tools in one, because you've got basically a big hoe, you've got a pick, and then if you straighten it out, you've got a shovel. However, it's like a lawnmower, okay? The more blades you have on that lawnmower, the less effective it truly is. And though this is a fairly decent tool, and compared to the Texsport, it is a millennium difference in the quality. A purpose-built tool for that task is much better, okay? It's like in my video I did on the M1A and how well versatile it is in the EBR chassis. You will never get the EBR M14 to do what a dedicated bolt-action sniper rifle will do. You will not get the fast-acting qualities of a lightweight carbine out of an M14 EBR. Just will not do. It excels. It does a really good job in several different categories. But if you get a tool that is purpose-built for that tool will outperform it hands down. Simple as that. Just like the shovel. However, it is short. It is, when you fold it up, it's compact. It is very sturdy, and this is what has replaced that piece of damn junk in my backpack. Actually, I've got it strapped to the outside of the backpack. If you never served in the military, you never had to dig foxholes, latrines, which is a restroom, bathroom place, a crap house, so you can go and take a dump. You probably don't understand why a shovel is so vital. First time I used that hunk of junk folding shovel, the Texsport, it was to clear snow, about 3 inches of snow off the ground, so I could build a fire. And it was my proof of concept building a fire in the snow video, one of my very first ones way back in 2010, 2009, whenever I published it. That's one thing you can do with it. The other thing, of course, is to dig a latrine so you can use the restroom. You can take a hockey and you can cover it up. Flies land on your turds, they land on your skin. Next thing you know, you've got some kind of disease or sickness and illness, and you do not want to do that. In a survival scenario without rule of law, after a major disaster, whatever, burying bodies, okay? Digging a shallow well. If the water table is high enough in your area, you can dig a hole and it'll fill in with water, and you keep dipping the water out, and eventually it'll be fairly clean, and then all you have to do is boil the water in order to have good, clean drinking water. Foxholes, fighting positions, that's where these things really come into handy. And the way they are made is perfect size to put the dirt that you're digging out of the hole into a sandbag to build up the sides of your fighting position, to you know, to do all these different things. The Russian Spetsnaz have a spade that is also strong enough to be used as a battle axe and as a spear and for cutting wood. It's very tough. If I ever get the opportunity, I may buy one and try it out. I understand they are really, really good tool, which is really odd because Russian tools are not known for quality. The sloppy fitted AK-47, it works really well, but it's not a great accurate rifle. Though I would have it in a, if I was going to have a carbine, it'd probably be an AK-47. Okay, I'm not slamming them other than the fact that their quality is not always, you know, top shelf when it comes to some of their tools, but their spade is supposed to be one of the very best in the world as a multifunction tool. But for digging, a tool like this is not the greatest thing in the world. A standard shovel beats this thing hands down, but again, you got the long handle on the standard shovel, and you know, the point is to be able to pack it and have it with you in a survival situation or a combat situation. Digging in for defense and for protection against artillery, air strikes, and so forth is an absolute must. Sometime this year, I will do a video on digging in and making a fighting position. Everything from a slit trench to a proper foxhole to a proper fighting position that has been well prepared in advance with overhead cover and so forth. That will be a long series and it will take a lot of hours to do. The new camera has a time-lapse feature, okay? And what you can do is you can start recording and it'll take little quick sections of video, and I mean over hours of time, instead of watching hours of video, me digging a hole, cutting up limbs or whatever the case may be to make it. It'll make it very quick, but you can see the progress. And I've tested it out on the camera. I also found out this damn thing has what they call a BGM button, and it brightens everything up, and I did not realize I had activated that. And the last 5 or 6 or 8 videos I've done were really bright, and I've had to do some editing, and it just wouldn't come out right, and it was all because of that stupid damn button. And I will remember that from now on, so maybe the quality of the videos will be a lot better now that I discovered that. The little books they send with these cameras, they never cover all the details. It's just like this time-lapse recording. I'm gonna have to just simply test out all the different modes to see which one will work best, because they do not even go into it in the damn book. Samsung, that's for you. But anywho, back to the shovels. In this video, I've got some quick clips also of where I use my Leatherman Wave to help repair this thing and make it into a really good replacement for that hunk of crap. Very tough, very sturdy. Did some digging out here, ran into some barbed wire fence and some regular fence, and no problems at all. I mean, big rocks, huge roots, it'll just chop right through them, and the pick on the back breaks up that hard ground. But this is an excellent replacement for that hunk of junk. So without further ado, and not to keep beating you and boring you to tears, this is Mack Daddy 1911A1. Just stay tuned. You can see all the other parts of the video where I'm using this to dig with, chop with, and also where I put it together. Again, thank you, Uncle Fester, very much for this shovel. I apologize it took me so long to get around to repairing it, but when I found out that other one is a total, absolute, abject flop, it gave me the incentive I needed to go ahead and do what needed to be done. Y'all stay tuned. Enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks. Making a handle for my shovel. Leatherman Wave. Works like a charm. Leatherman Wave again. I'm whittling the handle down so it'll fit. That Texsport may have failed. I think this is the real deal. It's just the damn handle rotted out, and then one of the rivets, the head had popped off the rivet. The hell, it was still usable even in that condition. Getting there. He's getting there. Definitely need a new sharpen this thing. Oh, Raisin, don't come over here, baby. Yeah, buddy. Tell you what, let me see. I want to see how far it's coming. Got about that far in there so far. Come on, Raisin. Once you get cut. What is that hitting you in the head there, girlfriend? Huh? Oh, you don't get too close. If you get too close, something hits you in the head, you don't want that damn blade. Slowly but surely. Check it. That's what I'm talking about. Leatherman Wave. Awesome. All right, let's use, we got a piece of metal. We can't get the bolt all the way through because there's a damn burr right here. On this side, there it is. I don't know if the camera can see this or not, but there is a burr. See it sticking up. Ooh. Now I got to get that burr off of there. So we're going to use the file on the Leatherman Wave. Even though I'm at home and I got access to plenty of others, this is a great demonstration of what I use this thing for every day at work. Just file a little bit of metal off so that the bolt will work. Hold it steady though. And you can see I've cleaned that burr up. Leatherman Wave file. That is an awesome tool. There you got it upside down. That's an awesome tool right there. Worth every freaking penny I paid for it. And I bought this thing in 2011 when I lost my original one. When I was working on my truck with the original one. And I just left it laying on the tire or whatever. Now let's, I think you can see it, we're going to assemble this thing. Put the bolt through it. This is a entrenching tool that Uncle Fester got from somewhere. And he gave it to me and I just been lazy and haven't, get the damn bolt started. I haven't fixed it, it had a broke rivet. And I hadn't fixed it, so I'm trying to do that now. Some hair on there, maybe. Got a self-locking nut, and I'm hoping that the bolt is long enough to allow that self-locking nut to work. We just got the little home toolkit out. Tighten that just a tad more. And I think that must be a metric nut because it seemed like it jumped the shoulders. You want it snug, but you want a little bit of wiggle room in there. If it doesn't have that little bit of wiggle room, you will not be able to open and close it. So what I'm going to do is go and tighten it, over tighten it, and then back it off just a tad. Apparently the little spade part of it is warped just a tad. And then we're going to drill out the hole down here and put a bolt to hold the handle. Thank you, Uncle Fester. A little rusty and needs some work. But there you go. Got me an entrenching tool now. All I got to do now is drill a hole through the handle. There's already a hole in the metal shank. I just got to drill a hole in the handle and put a bolt through it. So then I've got the handle will be solid with the other part here. I think I'm going to snug it down just a tad more. Alright, I took it and bored the hole out through the handle, and I had to bore it just a tad bigger in the metal also in order to use the bolt and nut that I found. make damn sure we get it secured well to the shovel head, so that the handle doesn't work its way loose and start getting loose and all that good crap. So there you go. Now, all of these military style shovels, I don't know if this is the real deal or not. I can't find any writing on it, but it's rusty as hell. It's the right color though. But all these military ones, they always have a little bit of wiggle in the head because, you know, they're folding and so forth. But I think it's going to work out just fine. We'll have to test it out and see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out here in the edge, beyond the fence in the yard, and I decided to use this thing on some ground that has not been molested, has not been touched. You can see it's covered in leaves and vines and sticks and everything else, and I'm going to dig a small hole with it just to see how well this old GI, Vietnam era GI entrenching tool works. Gotta open it out all the way. We're going to use the pick and the hoe operation to get it started and to clear off the leaves and so forth. You can tell there's a lot of leaves out here. I haven't been out here messing with it. Of course, the top layer is, you know, leaves and so forth, so it's going to be a little easy to get through it. But I see a huge root right here. We're going to avoid that and see how we can get this thing to going. And we found a massive root right off the bat. So far, holding up just fine, no problem. Let's bring this piece of root over here so you can see how big it is. Took several good whacks, but we cut through it no problem. No damage, looks good. This top layer is got all kinds of tiny roots in it. Like I said, it's not the best digging implement by any stretch, but it does the job. You probably can't see it damn pretty. Another root. Another root. Some tiny rocks. Not very big. just as a demonstration. We're not going to keep going with it, but you saw it cut through some roots, and if I sharpen the corner, maybe the sides a little bit, would be a little better. Who knows? But I didn't come out here to kill any of the trees or anything. Just doing a demonstration. Just doing a demonstration. There's some of the roots. It cut right on through them pretty good. And I think it did real well. Let me see if I can get this damn thing into the camera. And you can see it's not bent. It's not damaged in the damn least. All right. We'll turn it this way so you can see the back of it where the other one failed. All right, you can see right there. It didn't hurt a bit in the world. That's real spring steel right there. Tempered correctly, it's good to go. Now these shiny marks here, when I was cutting the head off the big rivet, the pin that held it together, I let the grinder actually touch it a few places, but it didn't go very deep. I don't know, this may not be a real GI shovel. It says made in Taiwan right there. So I don't think military contractors would have been allowed. Who knows? They're an ally of ours, I know that much. And usually crap made in Taiwan is junk, but as you can see, this damn thing's holding up just fine. So I'm not sure if it's a real deal GI shovel or not, now that I saw that on there. But it works really well, comparatively speaking. So who knows? Anywho, Mack Daddy 191181 with the Shade Tree Survivalist. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all take care and have a great day.